of the Prophet put that emphasis on the inner development, jihad, the constant struggle with yourself to improve yourself and perfect your intent, that you do things only for the sake of God. The most excellent jihad, holy struggle, is the struggle to control your ego, the self. For a long time, I was deathly afraid of speaking in public, of giving speeches. And I saw that, and well, this is my jihad. I've got to overcome this fear. If I'm going to help people, it's going to be necessary for me to talk in public, to be able just to speak out. Going back to 1987, I become active as far as writing articles for papers to have fire-safe cigarette legislation enacted. Cigarettes are the largest cause of fire fatalities in the nation. So I began writing, and because of my position, I could speak from the authority as a firefighter and now a supervising fire marshal. Going back to, if you save one life, it's like you saved all humanity. Well, I feel I was part of an effort to save thousands of lives each year because of this legislation that we passed in New York State.
Jihad is misused. There is absolutely nothing in Islam that justifies the claim of Osama bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, or other similar groups to kill innocent civilians. That is unequivocally a crime under Islamic law. Acts of terror violence that have occurred in the name of Islam are not only wrong, they are contrary to Islam.
September 11th, I hooked up with 2 other fire marshals. We found a place to park near the bridge, about several inches of soot. If it had been white and colder out, you would have sworn it was snow. We came over to Brooklyn Bridge. It was just like something out of a movie. It was very quiet, you know, that muffled sound that you have during a blizzard, you know, you can't hear your feet hitting around. It's just very muffled, very quiet. So we put on our turnout gear, and we started heading over there. And it's just, I think I could speak for all of it. We were just all in a state of shock and disbelief. And I just felt, in the back of my head, please don't be Muslims doing this. And I just felt sick. We could see this fragment of the World Trade Center sticking up almost like a lopsided crown. Then we started walking down one way, and we saw some firefighters, dazed and shell-shocked, saying, "Don't go down there, there's still more collapses happening." I mean, we're dying to go out there and do something. And, we're figuring that some of the brothers, or even anyone, people could still be alive, trapped under the rubble. But it was frustrating, but, you have to understand that they don't want to lose more people on top of the people who are lost already. This is just, it was just out-and-out madness, what they did. The Prophet himself, because of the circumstances, engaged in battle, in warfare, but he had a certain code of conduct that he followed. So you have to separate fanaticism, which every religion has, from the reality and the truth of that religion. These are fanatics who have lost sight of what the purpose of religion is, and they're acting, on their own. What hurt me probably most of all was out of the World Trade Center attack was that here is a religion that I entered because of the universality and the tolerance that is throughout the book and throughout the sayings of Prophet Muhammad. Yet these people who did that and were behind it and planned it were just so intolerant and so disregarding of their own tenets that they could do something so horrific and kill people in such a horrible manner. It was hard. It was hard because I just, that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. It's like, you know, after you do all this work and you try so hard, now we've got to deal with this. And the prophet says, if you're planting a tree and the end of the world comes, you finish planting the tree. It means you just keep on going. You got to keep trying to live your life according to what you believe in. And for me and others, try to keep this from ever happening again. September 11th underscored the need to have dialogue with non-Muslims and other faiths to understand each other and to try to resolve these hot spots that fester and cause this type of hatred